Reliable data on the construction materials and components used in buildings is essential for the implementation of the circular economy in the construction industry. To enable effective planning and decision-making, it's essential to have accurate and reliable data about the materials that make up the building. Keeping an inventory is crucial in effectively managing a vast array of materials. It serves as a comprehensive list of all the building components and materials, their description and characteristics, including the presence of hazardous materials that limits their reuse potential. Furthermore, if this data collection is mostly done manually, this inventory can also be generated based on the Building Information Modeling, BIM, when it's available and consistent. A key aspect of the digitization of the material inventory is the creation of a material passport to collect information about building materials and components and facilitate their reuse. It's important that this information is traceable over time and is provided with metadata in order to be able to link it. Using blockchain technology to capture and register material passports creates a secure and transparent way to manage the identity and ownership of materials. The blockchain makes it possible to create a decentralized and secure database. By creating digital inventory and material passport, reusable materials and components can be traded before the short-term demolition of a building on marketplaces. Platforms bring together supply and demand and enable coordinated dismantling of sellable materials. This avoids additional transportation and external storage, reducing price and environmental impact.
Hi, I'm Simon Dynam. I'm one of the founders of Block Materials, and I'm busy with applying law and economics to the inventory of buildings and what you can do with all that information. In our project Digital Deconstruction, we've been the party to register all kinds of data about materials in buildings into our CEDAX database system. And we added blockchain technology to that database in order to give every material also a property right. Like Thomas Rouse said, give every material an identity and a right. Materials have rights. We put that into practice in the project of digital deconstruction. Giving rights to materials is very important because with those rights I can make contracts to the future. And in order to reuse all the materials in a proper way and also organize liability, so using those materials without any loss of value, loss of material and environmental impact, we can use blockchain technology to make the future contracts. In order to make those future contracts, we connected CEDAX with the DDC platform, which is the first stage of a marketplace of trading materials in which we supplied together with LIST the information about where can you find the materials in the building. We can add all kinds of projects, and it gives us the opportunity also to add the demand side, so from architects or building companies or recycling companies in a second stage.
So this is what we used to call the inventory prior to demolition. We are now talking about inventory with the objective of reuse of materials. So the purpose is to create a database of materials and then to give access to each one to this database. All of those who are interested will be able to consult this database, which comes in the form of an inventory list, and identify what are the elements that are of interest to them. The goal is obviously that a market is created and that people interested in reuse elements can shop and buy elements thanks to this large database. It is an inventory that can also be used to calculate waste volumes. This is exactly in line with the spirit of the law on waste management, but we want to go further and create an inventory for reuse which is coupled with the BIM model, a database centralizing data about products to be reclaimed. For us, now everything is open, everything is possible. So a reuse strategy can be seen in many different ways. So it can be for simple buildings. Imagine that we are going to dismantle it, reuse it as it is completely.
The Inventory tab shows the lists of things which make up the deconstruction project. Within DDC, we adopt an element point of view, similar to the BIM model. We also define element types as well as material types. I can navigate between these three sets of inventories with the buttons on the right. I can then visualize, filter, and manage each inventory individually. The connected information between elements, element types, and materials is summarized on the element table. If we click on the information button for each element, we can see all its relevant information concerning images, 3D scan points of interest, its type, different identifiers, materials, circularity data, related documents, or reuse data. The element point of view also has a direct connection with the reversible BIM tab. I can at any point navigate within the BIM model to locate the element. Let's turn on the dynamic BIM button. Now, any interaction on the element table will be reflected on the reversible BIM. Let's filter elements with the name of roof. Let's select all the results of this query. Now I have all the roofs selected. Let's quickly see the reuse potential.